don't know what that was. Look, good start to this. All right, look,
What was
now
that, dude? Oh,
we're in the. I don't know. StreamYard. Anyway, we're here to bring back the prelude of Thor, the mission statement moving forward. We've been, called out on the internet. This kind of deal,
mm,
controversy,
mhm.
blah blah blah. So let's take a step back. Let's go back to the beginning because I can see how I get lost through
Yeah,
all
yeah.
our hundreds of podcasts. Maybe we trickled in not enough information at the start or something, but I can see how I can get lost along the way. So let's take a step back. Let's go back to the very beginning. You Where to start?
Oh, okay, okay. So this is we're filling gaps here today. So
Filling
in
gaps.
2023, I got introduced to in 2023. Or before that, yeah, Ivan introduced me to Eric. And I was an IT consultant. I actually did that while working my normal job. Eric is our investor, by the way. And then in
Mhm.
2023, my wife was going through chemo, and in between her chemo and her last surgery, I went to Omaha. In Omaha, Eric picked me up, and we were talking about starting a business. At first, it was supposed to be an IT business. The idea behind this is
It's your
how can we make
background.
something that the offices could use
Yeah.
and things of that nature. Because I was in IT the whole time. I'm like, oh, we can make software, make it SaaS as a service. And and then we met with Road FS, and then we're talking to Road FS about licensing their product and making a thing together. And then Eric looked at me and said, "Do you think that's a good move? Because you're able does it better."
Uh,
And he
Good
said detailed
luck.
roadmap is wild. So he didn't
Good
say
luck
wild, but he
competing
doesn't
against
talk like
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so then the next day
That's
he
good.
picks me up again in Omaha and he says, "So Eddie, what's your dream?" Now I was like,
The
"In
dream.
reality, my dream is to have a business where I could bring chemicals from around the world that I was testing by myself, using by myself, that I would buy by myself from like Clinton, things of that nature.
Hmm, hmm.
And then I would use that to start a business that would allow me to allow other people to use it."
Yep.
So it started that. And then he asked me the next question. So how do you intend to achieve that? He looked me right in the eyes. I remember how do you intend to achieve that? And this is where this was born. So in between then and when we started Thor, I took my 401k and I called two gentlemen, told them about this. And you guys, my wife, I pulled out the 401k,
That's
all of it,
that's a big jump. That's a big commitment.
invested in Thor, and then I quit my job.
Yeah.
So in that investment with 401k, we were buying these POs that are massive from across the sea. Our resources, yours and mine, was enough. So that's where he comes in. And Eric invested in the resource to, help us pay for these bigger POs or minimum quantity orders across the sea.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
that's how Eric is involved, and kind of
The
weird that
early
people online,
beginnings.
yeah, that's where we're at. That's where Eric was involved,
Hmm.
and it's kind of weird that online these people are just posting pictures of his house on Reddit. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
like
he
we
has
don't think the
kids. Like,
forums are like public or something, but let's
please,
not
please,
be. That's just weird. That's not cool. That's invasion of privacy. Let's.
yeah, it's
What
weird.
in the world? Cut that
Um,
crap out.
yeah, it's kind of
But
weird, but
anyway,
that's where that part started, and then I talked to you, you came in, and then we all started this happy thing together.
yeah, I said no for a while, and
Yep.
then it's time to make the towels. And now we've seen some blogs pop up that suggest we have some Alibaba towels. So I'm gonna bust this out the water. So
All
go
right,
ahead and
let
pull
me
this
let me
bad
share
boy up because
this. So,
you want some transparency. Here you go. Ask another company to do this.
so this is the towel order. Well, what do you
Direct
see here?
invoice. I see Korea first of all.
Oh yeah, this
Next,
is
I
Korea.
see.
This is the manufacturer we use. What do you see here? This is kind of odd.
Look at that. Whose name's on that bad boy?
So this is funny because this brings up another point. So if you look up, for those who love documentation, looking things up, if you look up
Hmm.
the stuff that gets imported, it's all under EC Details LLC. So import from Korea, the tools we import from China, all that is online. You can print it yourself. What employee that is not invested
Yeah.
will allow them to take on the risk of importing millions of dollars of towels, tariffs, and paying the broker that's under their name? What employee does that?
No employees do.
Yeah, no employee does that. So
No.
the
So there you
broker
go. If you don't
is,
think we have real Korean towels,
yeah,
what
no one does that.
go
It's
tell
weird.
the other Korea, go tell the other manufacturers, pull that bad boy up and show you real stuff. So next, chemical.
I think the thing too with that is
What's
if you
that?
look up the broker, the bond is all under my name. All that's
Mhm.
under my name.
Yeah.
So you can put that up. You can put it up yourself and use it for what you want.
Mhm.
But
So
chemicals,
next, the chemicals. We've been questioned on chemicals now.
tier five,
White
baby.
label, this and that. Even though we launched Thor blending like 2 weeks ago, so we were a startup company. We found a lab. You met
Yeah.
this guy John.
Mm-hmm.
How'd y'all
He's out
meet?
of
How'd that come
Texas.
about? Out of
So,
Texas.
dude, God, so it's crazy how God does things, right? I
Yeah.
met Eric through Ivan. I met you through the Pink episodes,
Pink episode. Cancer
and
brought you on. Promoted to GoFundMe.
we met John through him starting his own bespoke
Yep. Starting it up.
blending house.
I'm telling
And it
you.
was
I told this at the beginning. Remember, I said the first time we did the big bulk production for Detail Co. That was the first time those big tubs, the
the
filling
machine
line,
even
they
done,
were
bro.
all brand new.
Do you remember when the roof had holes in
The
it
roof had
and they
a
were trying
hole in
to,
it. It was being repaired after a hurricane.
or he had an air scrubber on pallets trying to take the smell of iron out because he just signed the lease,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
canceled?
Trying to get
That's
not get
wild.
kicked out. And so we
That's
invested
crazy.
in our startup lab, and the
Mhm.
growth in our startup lab from the beginning to now has been unreal. And that's what brought Quiver down the line now. And now we're at point of Thor blending where we're actually offering white label stuff,
Yeah.
which is you can change the color and scent. We're
Mhm.
offering private label bespoke products. So if
Yes.
anybody on the internet wants to go to, my mouth is real dry. The thorhouserags.com, go to Thor blending, click on private label, send us the application. We'll go through the process. We'll get you hooked up with John. You're off to the races. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and in
Pretty
lieu of
straightforward.
transparency, yeah, I do want to say something too, because the 2 months ago, the hardest lesson I had to learn, I think it was up to 2 months ago, the hardest lesson I had to learn um, was getting fired from a brand. He's one of my friends, um, ADS, because we weren't up to par in a lot of things that they wanted or they were looking for, but they were gracious enough to let us sell the rest of the stock that we have now.
Yeah. So
And
when
like I
that's
said,
gone,
they're
it's
great
gone.
guys. They're great guys.
Appreciate it.
They're a great brand, and I love the brand. Always have.
They
And that's
believed in
one of
us
the
for
lessons, the
8 months.
hardest lessons I had to learn. So, um, it's no
Yep.
no slight to anybody. Just
Yeah.
it is what it is, man.
And to go into shipping, but first, the chemist, John, we're actually going to get him on because we said at the beginning, we're going to bring on the chemist. We're going to go to Texas,
Mhm.
we're going to show you everything, but
Almost in 2 weeks.
off to the races. We literally still haven't had time to go out there,
Mhm.
but John's going to come on 2 weeks.
It's
We're going
coming
to do
on
a
two
deep
weeks.
dive.
So you'll meet our chemist. You'll meet
You get the
Rated
whole
Detail
story of
Co.
Detail Co. You can ask all the Detail Co
We can ask.
questions, and then
We call him Willy Wonka.
and then he can walk you through the difference between the white label and the private label side of Thor
Yeah.
blending. So he can get you straight, that kind of deal in 2 weeks. So that's going to be a big episode. It's going to be awesome.
But it's not
And
even that too. Let's talk about like the biggest lesson we had to learn, because we were
yeah,
fixing some things that you were going to bring up. So let's talk about those things.
yeah, with shipping.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah, you brought it up. We got fired. And from that,
We learned. It's
we knew detail
unacceptable, bro.
season was going to be big. We
Yeah, we
didn't
didn't know how big.
anticipate the craziness. So from March till now, the
Yeah,
growth and the amount of orders has just been unfreaking real. So
yeah.
just shout out to you guys. I mean, making it happen. And
But it
with
was eye
that,
opening too, right?
what's that?
With those amount of orders, like,
Those, yeah,
it's just, yeah, we didn't know. We had no idea.
yeah. So investing in our shipping, we've invested in boxes, better tape, better
Yep.
packing,
We
and
have 12 pickers now.
12 pickers now picking their little hearts out. I'm telling you, in the last week and a half, we've gotten out about 2,000 ish orders, somewhere around there. So
Yep.
we're almost all the way caught up. And the
100%.
good thing too is because we just started this Father's Day sale, but slowly improving. And I think people forget we've only been around 9 months. It's been a while, 9 months.
It's been
We've
crazy
only been around
numbers.
9 months. So
I
Thor
do want to
birthday's
say,
coming up in 3 months.
I do want to say this though, and wanting to hear.
Mhm.
We're gonna keep this on live, so you can ask any questions in the chat that you want. But for those of you, first of all, our wives, because I did
Yeah.
invest my 401k, like it's gone in this period.
Mhm.
Invested in this. Uh,
Yep.
to your wife, and to everyone who supported Thor. Appreciate you. It means a lot to us that you will continue to support us, even though up and downs, and frankly, our shipping was shit. So, thank you for everything you've done. It means a lot.
What we've learned is in 9 months, can we keep up, catch up to where, company's been around for 20 years? Can we? No, it's a learning process. Shipping chemicals out of, our 3PL. It's been a learning process. Employees are being trained better, packing increased,
Yeah.
got better, improve, and we're going to continue to do that. Continue to improve, continue to move forward, head down, eyes forward, and the growth of Thor in the next 6 months. We got big plans, so we ain't stopping here,
No,
and
we got big things.
we just wanted to jump on, make a statement for you guys watching that good stuff. Lay down, if I don't know where this transparency, Alibaba towels all of a
It is what it
sudden,
is. I guess.
whatever it
I guess I
is,
hope that
we
every
want
other
the
company that blends stuff will come out too, but that's another here. I don't really give a flying F word. Like, I don't care.
uh
But if this makes you happy, I'm happy. And then everyone listening, thank you for your time. Appreciate you. It means a lot to us that you will continue coming back, ordering from us.
we wouldn't be
It's
here
pretty
without
great.
the people. So
Yeah, pretty great.
without you guys, we're nothing, and we continue to move forward and improve for you and bring
Mhm.
in the best brands around the
Yes,
world
sir.
and continue to curate, the best stuff we can. So keep it moving.
All
We
right.
love you.
I
Thank you to the
appreciate it.
Thor family. 2 weeks. John's coming on, so
Oh,
get ready.
John's coming on. Get your questions ready for
Get
detailed
ready.
co-chemicals. We're doing deep dives with our chemists. We're
Deep
out.
dive. I need some water. All right, we'll see ya in
20
40
minutes, dude.
minutes live with
Is it?
Joel. All right, I'll be
Dude, it
back.
is 40 minutes.
40
Bye.
minutes. All right, bye, people. Appreciate you.